Hey everyone, I'm Calvin with Southern Country Living, and today I'm going to be working on a project that I've been putting off for a few weeks now. But I'm going to take this TV right here, and right now it's sitting on a table. I'm going to hang the TV on the wall. I bought a mount for it a couple of weeks ago. This is the box that the mount came in. I haven't got around to doing it yet, but since it's raining outside today, this will be a good day to work on this project. So let me get started here and I'll show you a little bit about what I'm doing. Okay, this room's a little dark, so I hope there's enough light in here to be able to see it. But I do have some extra lights turned on. But as you can see, the TV is sitting on a table right now. And behind the TV there's some pictures that need to be moved. So first thing I'm going to do is take those pictures down, slide the TV away from the wall, and I'll show you how this mount works. This picture here, we've had this for a lot of years. A good friend of ours made this at his photography studio, John Barnett. If you're local here from the Lindale and Rome area, a lot of people know him. But he's a good friend of ours and did a great job on this picture. Okay, this is the back of the TV, and this is my mount that I purchased here. It does come with a package of assorted bolts, so it's basically got everything you'll need depending on what type of TV you have to hang. It comes with two of these mounts right here, and if you'll notice on the back of your TV, you should have 4 holes. They're threaded. And those are for hanging the TV on the wall. And what you do is you take those bolts, and this bracket will bolt onto the back of the TV. So that'll be the first thing I do. I'm going to put one on each side. Okay, hopefully you can see this. But now this bracket will bolt onto the back of the TV set, and the metal plate bolts onto the wall. So once the metal plate's there, you can take the TV set and hang it directly on here, and it will tilt out just a little bit. And so first thing I got to do is get this metal plate mounted to the wall. So let me get started on that. This bracket seems to be a very well made heavy bracket. It's rated for 135 pounds. So it's not going to have any trouble at all holding this TV set. And I purchased this bracket at Walmart's for $20. So it's I went ahead and mounted my 2 brackets on the back of the TV set. And the screws and spacers that they supply were not the right size for me. So I had to go out to my shop, and I got 2 big washers to make mine fit. But the big plate that the TV will hang on, basically what it does is it hooks under there, locks on, and you tighten up these screws, and that will lock the TV to the metal plate that's going to be mounted on the wall. So now, to get this mounted on the wall, I've got to find exactly where my studs are. And I just happen to know that there is a stud right here. And you can look down at your electrical outlets and you can tell where your studs are. And sometimes you can just tap on your wall and you can feel and tell where the studs are. But if you're having a problem with that, let me show you what you can do. Okay, if you're having trouble locating your studs, you can take a small nail. Now I had a picture hand here, and if I push it in, there's not a stud right there. But there is a stud directly beside it, because I can see where the little nail is showing just a little bit there. But so I know I got a stud right there. And you can measure over from one stud to the next, and it should be 16 inches from one center to the other center. But like I said, I'll use the nail trick and tap on the wall and find my studs, and then I'll get it mounted. Okay, I've got my two studs located that I'm going to be mounting it to, and so let me get my drill and I'll go ahead and get started mounting. Okay, I used a small nail to mark each location of the two studs that I'm going to be using. I want each bolt to be approximately 12 inches off of this chair railing. So I'm going to use this one right here as my starting point. So let me pull that nail out right quick. And I'm going to start by putting a hole in the stud with the drill bit. Okay. And this uses a big lag screw with the washer. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one on first. Let's see which hole I want in. And then this hole here. And I do have my socket wrench to put this in because they can be pretty tight to get in there. Now you can use your power drill to do this, but once it gets started into that 2x4 stud in there, it gets pretty tight. Most power drills won't pull it in there good. Okay, let me get my my level so I can measure the next hole right here. Okay, so what I'll do now, I'm going to take out this nail that I had put in here to mark where the stud's at. And get it level. Got to remember exactly where it's at. Okay. Okay, it's level right there. So I drill me a hole in here for this one. When I lined up my studs I'm going to mount it on, I had preferred that the center of the TV be over here, maybe about 6 more inches, but the studs would not allow me to do that. So what I'm going to do, I got it mounted this way as far as it will go with this bracket, and when I hang the TV on, I'll slide it over this way just a little bit to make it centered about like I want it on this wall. Okay, let me get my other 2 bolts put in here and then I'll turn the camera back on. Okay, I've got all 4 lag screws in, and if I check it with the level, it's perfectly level, just like I want it. Okay, next step, all I gotta do is pick the TV up, set those 2 hooks on this bracket here. I'll need to get someone to help me pick it up. So I'll be back with you in just a minute. Okay, I've got all 4 bolts in there. It's nice and level. I had to take the feet off the bottom of the TV. Marie's going to help me. We're going to set it up on the mantle. Okay, it's on there. Okay, I've got the TV hanging on the wall and it is level. The only thing I'll need to do next is I want to hide the wires. Okay, I've got the table setting where we want it set, and the TV is not directly centered over the table, and that's because the studs were not lined up perfectly like I wanted them. So this bracket is made so that you can adjust the TV left and right. So I'm going to move it over and center up the TV on top of that table. Is that about centered, Marie? Okay. Okay, yeah, that got it centered over the table. It's just a matter of sliding it left and right. So my next step, like I said, I'm going to hide those wires in the wall. Okay, I went ahead and cut me a hole. I'm going to go ahead and run my wires, and then I'll get the box that goes to it later and put it in. Okay, I went ahead and put the wires inside the wall. I did not have the cover to cover them up with, but I can cover them up later. But for right now, I want to go ahead and get them hid so that you don't see the wires running down the wall. But this project is completed now. Thank you for watching this. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope I gave you a little bit of information to help you if you want to hang a TV on the wall. It's not that difficult. You just got to be careful and make sure you do find the studs, because you want those bolts to be in the studs so it will support the TV and not fall. Everyone have a great day, and we'll see you on our next video.
Beautiful, you and me, we meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.